You get what I'm saying? They continue to use Africans. So now that we're out here celebrating something that have nothing to do with us. Again, 1776, they fought against the British. The first person who died was a black man. At that time, 1776, we were still slaves. He died for their freedom, Crispus Attucks. But yet, we shoot our fireworks. We go out here and do all kinds of things. Barbecue. Celebrate something that have nothing to do with us. When will Africans receive their freedom? They fought for their freedom, but yet they don't want us to fight for our freedom. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a problem. I really do think that's a problem. They can have their freedom, but yeah, we can't have our freedom. And the first thing a racist person would say, go back to your country. Well, 2 more years I will, and I wouldn't have anything to do with the United States. But so far I'm here, why Africans cannot have their freedom. You're still treating Africans like the ancestors. We are the descendant, and you're still treating us like our ancestors. But most of you guys will sit up there and say, oh, it's some good white folks. It's some good white folks. Let me tell you something. These white folks right here, these colonizers, they are afraid of a lot of Africans, and I'm talking about colored folks, like Hispanics and Asians, who think they're not that. Come together, and we will make up a majority instead of minority. This is why you see Trump, and I'm getting into Trump now, doing what he's doing to the immigrants. He's doing to the immigrants just like how they did to our ancestors. This man don't know where these kids are going. They're going to a house of American colonizer houses. Them people treat them, most of them kids might be treated wrong because they're immigrants. Because they're immigrants. They don't, these women and men who are immigrants, they're getting their kids taken away from them. They did the same thing to our ancestors. They separate the husband and the wives and took the kids. They did that. This is happening now, today. Slavery. This is what they did to our ancestors. And still doing it. His immigration law, he tried to blame it on the Democrats. No, it's you, Trump. You're the one doing it. This is a new modern day of slavery. He separates the immigrants just like they did to our ancestors. They separated the male away from the female, and they took the kids and had them to clean up and do other sort of things. The same thing they did with our ancestors. The same thing. We are watching what they did to our ancestors, how they did to our ancestors. He have an immigration law, and the killing thing that makes me laugh all the time. He said the immigrants come into the United States have to have something to offer. Well, hell, Trump, granddad, Trump and his father have nothing to offer. They had nothing to offer when they entered United States. A lot of people don't know mother's from Ireland, I think, and his grandfather's from Germany. They had nothing to offer. That's why they have this attitude. Trump had this attitude that he's gonna make these immigrants offer something. He's a scoundrel. He's a Mandarin. I have said it several times. He's a Mandarin. He's still trying to include Putin into stuff. And Trump, my God, Trump followers, they don't see nothing. This man is taking jobs away from you. He continued to take credit of what President Obama created. He continued to say, I lowered unemployment. No, you didn't. Next year, we're going to see how unemployment is, because right now, Harley Davidson, they're leaving. People are losing jobs because of them tariffs that you guys, oh yeah, make America great again. Make America great. But you failed to realize that you need other countries to exist. And when was America great anyway? But you seeing now, you union people. I'm part of a union. What did the Supreme Court do? You don't have to pay for union anymore. They're taking the money away from the union. And you still get represented. These are the things that Trump, little trolls, and they're not paying attention to. He's hurting you little guys. He's taking away from you. Oh, he's not doing anything. You're right, he's not doing anything. He's just taking from the middle class and the poor class. But nobody's not paying attention on what he's doing. Harley Davidson leaving. Solar panels, they're no longer getting made. That means other people are losing jobs. But he said the unemployment rate is going down, and it's only going down because it's because of President Obama. Now, his facial year started last year. September the 31st started. That means that Trump facial year is going to start. You're going to see what have Trump did next year. See, he can take credit, and all his little stooges, soldiers sit up there, and stooges will sit up there and like, oh yeah, he's doing a great job for America. No, he's not. Watch, you're going to see that unemployment go up. It's because he's everything with that turf. He raised those up because he wanted to make America great again. Harley Davidson out. The Panners, solar Panners is out. That's all people who's unemployed now. People are losing their jobs now. He's only thinking about the big business people, the corporates. That's who they're talking about. That's all he's worried about. He's not worrying about you. And the little people is the one that voted him in. And most of the people who voted for him, they don't even want to admit it now, but they'll still vote for him again. You're going to see the difference of next year, because I guarantee you the unemployment rate is going to shoot up. Because the things what he's doing and talking about make America great again, and then he think he doesn't have to depend on different countries. You're insane. And again, I'm going to always ask this question. When were America great? We already know why he made that make America great again. We already know what it means. They had it great in the 50s. Hell, we could go all the way back before slavery ended. They had it great then. That's when America was great. Only for colonizer white men. That's why it was so great. And he's trying to take us back to that. And I asked myself and I asked other people, what make you think that we will go back? You tried that smart shit not too long ago. Get rid of the immigrants and all the Africans gonna do the other stuff what the immigrants are doing. No, we're not. We already built this country. And you still do not give us equal rights. What make you think that we will go back and do that? We're not going back and do that. We're not going to pick your strawberries. We're not going to pick anything what these immigrants are doing, we're not going to do. We already built this country. If you call this country yours, how is this country yours? Because you dictated it? Point here, point there, do this, do that. That most of the stuff are created by our people. We build this. Because remember, in Africa, we already had cities and money. So that's why they still can't get it in their mind how people in Egypt built the pyramids. They can't understand it. They can't comprehend. How did they build these pyramids and we still can't tear it down? In those days. That's why I said we built everything over here. What happened, because our ancestors were slaves, they took the patent. They took everything. So we couldn't say we did this. Now, who taking credit of what a black man have created and done? And everybody's so happy. Oh, yes. But people don't remember when Trump, when the unemployment was dropping and President Obama was in the office. And Trump said, oh, those unemployment percentage don't matter. That is, I guarantee you, it's higher than what it's showing. People don't remember that. Somehow people forget what Trump says. How could you forget what this ignorant Roman is saying? Because he's not that highly bright. Just like he said, he challenged Maxine Waters' IQ. That is so typical. A colonizer always saying, all these black folks are not that intelligent. They don't know what to do. They have to be slaves to understand. They have to follow. But yeah, everything is invented by us. Everything is invented by us. Make America great again. And they're doing slavery right in our face, separating these people. But everybody in here are immigrants. Everybody in here is immigrants. You're not from here. Matter of fact, we're more from here. Africans are more from here than you guys are. We were selling over here, but they don't want to admit that because we are God and Goddess. They were selling boats over here before Christopher Columbus. They always say Christopher Columbus discovered America. Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Africans and Native Americans, they was entwined with each other over here already. But you got to do research to know what Africans was doing. They was already over here. They was with Native Americans. Who was the bully? And y'all, and I watch. This is the crazy part because I watch how Trump behave. I watch how Trump behave. And nothing surprised me. His attitude is what colonizers are. They're not highly intelligent, but in our head, they program us to think colonizers are highly intelligent. We was born, we was bred, we was programmed to think colonizers are intelligent. We think that. We think not to make them uncomfortable of talking about racism. Oh, we don't want to make the colonizers uncomfortable. We don't want to make the colonizers think that we are too smart. We have to make sure we look dumb to them because they'll feel uncomfortable. It's all about their comfortability. They want to be comfortable. If we talk about things like racism, then you are making them uncomfortable. And when I say them, colonizers, if you don't know what colonizers is, then sad on you. If you notice, colonizers, everywhere they go, they destroy, like what Trump is doing. This is a typical behavior of colonizers. And it's funny that we don't see that. Colonizers always have to be in the front. Colonizers always have to be the number one. Colonizers always come and destroy things. This is a typical behavior of a colonizer. But yet we're out here celebrating 4th of July, shooting up things and saying that we have freedom. What freedom do we have? My Africans can't call you American because you have no freedom. If you had freedom, a lot of cops would go to jail. Racism has built this country. This racism built this country to what it is today. This is why we have people on here making America great again. You would never receive any slaves, so don't think you will ever get any slaves. When will America great? He is getting every last one of you who follow. He talks about you in your face. This man has no loyalty to no one. He has no loyalty to no one, not even his wife, his kids. But yet, you continue to follow someone who's taking your jobs away from you. President Obama really created jobs. This man have not created jobs. He is taking jobs away because he continued to raise taxes. He is not helping America. We had allies, now we have enemies. But you sit there and you want to praise this guy, but you don't know what's going on. So now we have Supreme Court justices that are retiring. People, we have people who want to tell women what they should and should not do with their bodies. Who give you the right? If he get those justices in that Supreme Court, this is what's going to happen. When you do not vote, consequences come behind it. People will sit up there and say, my vote do not count. It does, and it showed when you got Trump into office. When is enough going to be enough until you guys wake the hell up? He is not for you. Just like he talked about his own people who voted for him. I love my poorly uneducated people. He's talking about you that you're not that intelligent. Think. He's talking about you. You're not that intelligent. But yet you continue to support a man that's tearing your asses up. He's taking your job away. Just like you received that little from the taxes that he took everything away from you. You can't file nothing now next year. He took everything away and gave it to the rich. Now you're getting taxes galore. He's taxed everybody, raising taxes. Now you got to pay more. So what happened to that tax cut that he gave you? It's gone now. It is gone. The tax cut is gone. Because you got to pay more taxes now. Don't you see how gasoline has gone up? Food has gone up. Come on now. You can't be blind to think that these things are not occurring. But y'all still down there. He loves his poorly educated people. Talking about you. I can't believe you guys are not paying attention. This man is talking about you. You're uneducated. He loves you. Go to his rally all the time. Yes, you know what you're talking about, Trump. You know what you're talking about. This motherfucker don't know what he's talking about. But he know that you dumbasses are worshiping him. He know that you dumbasses are following him and bringing out more racism out here than anything. They're using, and they need to start charging these people for false report, using the 911 for non-emergency calls. They're calling. I saw one. I was reading the article and I saw the video. A woman called the police on a young African male. He was cutting the lawns, just doing his summer thing, cutting yards. Called the police, used the police, 911. They need to start charging these people. Not only that, everybody know, I hope you do, another colonizer called the police on a young lady who was out there selling water. See, Trump gave these people okay to be racist. They was hiding under a rock. They were nowhere to be found. You couldn't find that. They was there, but they wouldn't say, they would say racist jokes, but they wouldn't get deep into it. Now they're using 911 to empower themselves. Calling the police on different people and lying. I was watching one video. They called the police on this young man. He was moving in a nice neighborhood in the Bronx, and that young man happened to work for President Obama when he was in office. And they called, and I heard the 911 call. The person said that he had a gun. It could have went left. Because they have no sympathy, or we have no freedom. We Africans have no freedom. They could have came in there and shot that man to death. Because of the lies that most of these colonizers are saying. They could have came in there and shot him to death. I was watching another video where T-Mobile called on another African and lied and said that he stole some phones. They had him on the ground crawling to him. And this was in California. And they had him crawling, and they found out that the store representative lied. But again, it could have went left. They could have killed this young man. What if this young man had his pants hanging down? It didn't have a belt. Fortunately, he did. And if he would have reached back, he could have got killed. These incidents need to stop. But they're not, because America has been built on racism. You need to question yourself. Am I a racist? You know you are. You don't even really need to question. And if you think I have a black friend, like most colonizers would say, I have a black friend, why do you have to say your friend is black? Racism. If you have a black friend and you still sit up here and get mad at the immigrants that come in here, then why do you have a problem with that? They are just trying to make a living just like anyone else. They're not taking our jobs like the ignorant Romans up in the White House saying. They're not taking our jobs. These immigrants, they're trying to make a living, and they're doing the worst jobs that we do not want. And most of them are only bringing home $10,000 a year. They're not making any money. But you hate immigrants so much, then you should hate yourself. Because we are immigrants in a nation that was claimed by Africans and Native Americans. This is their country. This is not yours. This is their country. Who are you to claim it and tell people not to come over here? And separate them from their kids? Who are you to say these things? Who am I? I'm just AJ. And you will not put me in slavery. You will not program me. Because I am me. And I am no longer programmed. I advise people to wake up and look what is going on. Africans, why are you out here celebrating a holiday that have nothing to do with you? I want all of you to have a great day. And never forget, we need to wake up and stand up for what is going on. Have a great day.
The whole industry been in shambles. Everybody's fugazi, I'm just changing the channel. Kendrick Lamar, the people's champion. I'm animal for analysts. Career damages versus meditating when candles lit. I like my raps extra prolific.
And I do not own this music. This is Kendrick Lamar. And first music was Don Tripp. Like Me. Again, I do not own this music. Have a great day.